Greetings, pilots, and welcome to episode 78 of TPC Hangar, the show where we take a look at news and upcoming flights for the club. My name is Jacob, producer and host for the Pilot Club, and in this episode we'll be covering news and flights for the week of November 27th through December 3rd. This week's episode is brought to you by our partners at VATSIM, the largest online aviation network connecting over 100,000 virtual pilots and controllers from across the world. VATSIM. Aviate, educate, communicate. TPC Charters is going skiing, or rather, hosting its winter mini event, the TPC Charter Ski Trip. The mini event will kick off on November 30th in partnership with Fly In Thursday by flying into Bozeman, Montana. From then until 23:59 Zulu on December 14th, Charter's pilots will be visiting airports near the ski slopes of Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, and Minnesota. There are a total of 13 airports to visit over the 2-week period, and TPC points will be awarded for each airport visited and on air. Charter's pilots can choose one general aviation aircraft and one airliner to use during this event. Ferrying will not be allowed during the event, so please choose your jobs carefully. Also, don't forget about TPC Charter's Coast to Coast initiative. Charter's pilots can earn up to 5,000 TPC points as they fly from TPC headquarters in Maryland to John Wayne Orange County Airport in California and back again. Remember that there's no start or end date and no time limit, so join in and fly whenever works best for you. For more information on TPC Charters and how to get started with our virtual airline, visit the TPC Charters page on the website at thepilotclub.org/TPC-charters. TPC Flight School is very excited to announce its new Helicopter Basics course. This new course serves as an introductory lesson, focusing on the basics you'll need to safely and correctly fly helicopters in the sim. Some of the topics covered in the course include basic aerodynamics, parts and controls, including which ones need to be mapped in the sim, differences and similarities to fixed-wing aircraft, learning how to perform a 3-foot hover and how to hover to take off, as well as covering some of the dangerous states for helicopters, such as low rotor RPM, vortex ring state, and retreating blade stalls. You can take the course now by going to the training hub on the TPC website, scrolling down the page until you find the Helicopter Basics course, and then clicking on the Take Course button. The flight school is also excited to host a new live discovery workshop centered around helicopter operations, taught by a real-world search and rescue pilot, starting with December's discovery flight. We'll cover a little more detail later in the episode. Our first flight for the week is GA Tuesday, hosted by Mark, Pilot Club 444. This week, Mark has us flying in the Southeast US in a crossfire event between Jacksonville Executive and Savannah Hilton Head International. Pilots will take off from one of those airports and fly to the other along a route that stays well clear of the coastal MOAs in the area. Mark's detailed flight briefing was not yet available at the time of this recording, but be sure to check the event page and the GA Tuesday thread within the General Aviation channel on our Discord for more information. Next up is TPC and Sky Blue Radio's Fly In Thursday, hosted by Dylan, Pilot Club 1496. This week, to kick off the TPC Charter Ski Trip, we're flying into Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport in Bozeman, Montana. KBZN is a Class Delta located just north of Yellowstone National Park. It features a nearly 9,000-foot main runway as well as 2 shorter asphalt runways and a turf strip. Departure airport and flight planning are at the pilot's discretion, and as always, we welcome all traffic from single-engine piston all the way up to bizjets and airliners. Once you safely reach cruise, don't forget to tune in to Sky Blue Radio, either through their website or through the link on our event page. Sky Blue Radio, sounding great at any altitude. It's Friday Night Ops. This Friday, our friends at the Boston RTEC have invited VATSIM pilots to join them as they kick off winter with 4 hours of continuous coverage across their area, featuring Bradley International, Portland International, and Boston Logan International. This will be a non-hosted event with no briefing. Departure airport, routing, and flight planning are at the pilot's discretion. As a reminder, we are still looking for someone to join our flight ops team as the host of F&O. Members who would like to learn more should contact our training director, Elliot, Pilot Club 24, through the Discord. This brings us to December's Discovery Flight, hosted by Mike, Pilot Club 1079. TPC Charters is excited to announce its new live helicopter operations workshop. The workshop will be held on Saturday, December 2nd, and will be taught by a real-world helicopter pilot with over 3,000 hours of flight time, who works in real-world search and rescue operations. If you're interested in learning how to fly rotorcraft safely and correctly in a flight simulator, then we recommend checking it out. We also suggest that you take a look at our new Helicopter Basics course available now through the TPC Flight School. As always, we saved the best for last with Sunday Funday, hosted by Andrew, Pilot Club 826. This week, Andrew has us flying from Detroit Metro to Boston Logan along a route that covers 562 nautical miles. We will be using the HAL 3 departure and the JFun 2 arrival, so be sure to take a closer look at those charts. That brings us to the end of episode 78 of TPC Hangar. Be sure to give us a like, then subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified of our future episodes. Check out our website at thepilotclub.org and join the conversation on our Discord. We hope everyone has a great week, and we'll see you in the skies.